God, Bolt. What up, Joe?
Where you at, bro?
Hey, right, y'all still can't see me for real?
Oh, you can't see him this time too? I thought it was just me.
Nope.
I see you, bro. I see everybody.
The people still see me too, then.
I don't see Bandit.
I'm here though. It's your boy Bandit. If y'all can't see me, I'm here. I'm a ghost. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself. Starting with Chris.
Ghost with the most.
Go ahead, Chris. Introduce yourself.
No, okay. I'm Chris. You can find me on X at Crazy Hockey Fan. Go Lions.
I can see you. Dede, introduce yourself.
I mean, I'm the man who doesn't need an introduction. I'm fucking Dede. Let's roll.
Uh-oh. Mr.
Block, introduce yourself.
What up? I'm Sean representing Baltimore Ravens. You know what I mean? You can find me on IG at Sean Scissorhands.
Call yourself Sean Scissorhands?
Sean Scissorhands, like Edward Scissorhands.
Oh my gosh, really? That's an old one.
Yeah, okay.
We're here to discuss these playoff games. And let's start with our first playoff game.
The Houston Texans opened the playoffs up at home, picked up win number 10 on their way into the dance.
Outstanding performance for D'Amico Ryan's crew.
They host the 11-win LA Chargers, who strut in on a 3-game win streak.
They are in the playoffs.
Chris, give us an over-under, please.
Oh, okay. Sorry. A little behind on my job for this week, so give me a second here. I'm old, so, no excuse, but that's me. Okay, for this week, Chargers Texans. It's a -3. They're at the Texans.
All right, with that said, Chris.
Who minus
Texans
3?
Chargers. Who -3?
Oh, I'm sorry. The Chargers.
All right, with that said, Chris, after you sip your tea, let us know who you got.
Oh, you going with me first? Okay, cool. I'm going with the Chargers. The run game is really good. The Texans have fallen off a lot in the last few games. I'm going with the Chargers, and I'm going to take them for. I think it's going to be like 25-10.
Block, who you got?
I'm taking Chargers as well. It's 24-10.
Okay, everybody straight to the point. Dede, who you got?
Man, I'm going to roll with my boy here, my boy Bandit, with his OHIO brother. I'm going to go with CJ Stroud and the Texans, bro. 31-24.
OH! Oh, and I'm with you, bro. I'm going to go with the Texans, bro, because they got Jim Harbaugh, Michigan coach, at the Chargers. So I'm going to go with the Texans 28-21. Next game. You hate to see it.
Third installment of Baltimore-Pittsburgh 2024 Steelers, as Chris Berman would put it. Well, not so much rumbling into the playoffs, but definitely bumbling and stumbling.
15 seconds left. 4th down and 12. Wilson, incomplete for Freiermuth.
They take on the Kings of the AFC North, who charge into the playoffs behind a King.
Henry's off and running. He's got 100+.
Flox, this is your team. I'm going to let you go first. Steelers.
You want me to give you the
over-under. My bad, Chris. Give me the over-under.
Over the line. The line is Baltimore -9.5, and they're at the Ravens. The over-under is 42.5. 43, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to take that I'm taking the Ravens, of course, 34-17. What's that over? That's over? 34-17?
Yeah, that'll be over.
Yeah, I'm taking the over.
34-17. Yeah, it
34-17.
would be. Yep.
21, let's say that'll be 51.
Dede, who you taking?
I just want to say something first, man. I would rather have seen Cincinnati in this spot. I think Cincinnati would have gave a better fight to the Steelers, or
Mhm.
to the Ravens. I mean, than the Pittsburgh Steelers are. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers they're fraudulent. What are they? 10-win team,
Yep.
right? 10-win team. I just think, man, I don't think they're that good, man. Their offenses look like shit the past few weeks. Defense looks good, you know. It's like T.J. Watt and friends, but it's looked good. That being said, I'm gonna take the Ravens in a close one because this is a division battle and in the playoffs. I'm gonna say 24-17 Ravens.
Chris.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Steelers. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, what the fuck, bro? You done hit that T a little too hard.
Yeah.
The
No.
Texas team.
I just wanted to see the reaction from the flock. So, but
Hey, if you like them, you like them.
yeah, no, not that much. I'm gonna take the Ravens. Kind of day. I'm gonna add a field goal to that. You said 24-17, right, Day?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, 27-17. The reason why is because the Steelers lost like the last 4 games. They backed themselves into the playoffs. So, yeah.
They backed themselves in the playoffs. And I know since he got off to a super slow start, it's really their own fault. But that's the hottest team in the NFL right now. I would have much rather seen them in the playoffs than the Steelers. I mean, it didn't even come down to those two, but
yeah.
I would have rather seen them in it.
Y'all know what? I actually needed Denver to win because honestly didn't want to see Cincinnati in the playoffs at all, man.
They're dangerous. They're
Yeah.
cooking.
And Mahomes didn't want to see him either. That's why they blew that game.
You're right.
With that, I think it's going to be a close scoring game. You got Baltimore's defense has really stepped up since they moved Hamlin to the safety. But Pittsburgh also got a good defense, too.
It's
So
the
I got-
Ravens, not Denver.
The Ravens, my bad. Ravens got good defense, too. So I'm going to go 24-21 Baltimore.
You mean since they gave Hamilton the green dot?
Been
'Cause
showing up, showing out.
I think Hamilton has the green dot now instead of
Hey.
Roquan.
Hey, can I ask a question? Unless because we're only doing predictions and scores. So, in you guys' mind, okay, who do you think should be MVP and who do you think is going to be MVP?
I'll go first. I think Lamar should win, but I think Josh is gonna win.
Shocking.
Based off the fact that Lamar won last year without the numbers. And so it proved last year he didn't have to have the numbers. So they'll probably give it to Josh just because they gave it to Lamar twice already,
You think of voter fatigue?
There you go.
Yeah. Because Lamar's numbers this year are a lot better than they were last year. Lamar's numbers are actually better than Josh Allen's.
Oh yeah.
If you go by and look at them.
Yep.
And then the most important stat is QBR. He's got the highest QBR in the league this year too.
Yeah.
Lamar does. Who do I think should be MVP?
I know what you think you're going to say.
Joe Burrow.
Well, if that team would have made the playoffs, I think Joe Burrow should have been MVP.
Yep.
But they didn't make it, so it doesn't count. I think the person who should be MVP
is not a team. It's not a team award.
But you can't lose 8 games and not make playoffs and be MVP.
Yeah, it's
right.
You probably can go back 50 years or whatever, however long the MVP goes back, and you probably aren't going to be able to count on one hand how many MVPs didn't make the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Saquon should be MVP, but I think Josh Allen will win it. Also, honorable mention Jared Goff.
I want Jared Goff to win. You feel me? Especially when he just got this team to the record that we got and the numbers that he did. But he did have 5 interceptions in one game, but he still won the game. So I would like to see Jared Goff, even though our team is not on like personal rewards, but individual awards. I would like to see Jared Goff win it. But who's going to win it? It's the Josh Allen train. They've been hyping this man up all year, so I think Josh Allen.
Yeah, they're kind of forcing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's not act like he's not balling.
No, Josh Allen is. The thing is that what gets him there more is it's not just the stats; it's the fact that who he lost, and who he has currently. That's the difference.
Chris, ask your own question.
I just did. I'm with Flock, but I'll add like Jared Goff as an honorable mention in third. But I mean, because he's done well, but he does. I mean, he has a lot to work with as well, so it works. He's done well, but yeah, probably be Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Jared Goff. You know,
now I will put Saquon in front of Jared Goff.
I get you. I
don't. But
I mean,
the next game.
Bro, it's only 9 players that broke 2,000 yards. Come on now. If anything,
I think they would have given it to Saquon if he would have broke the rushing record. But since he set up that game,
how I look at it, I look like you're saying a whole team concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his line is great.
I mean, listen to Burrow's numbers: 4,900 yards, 43 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions.
Yeah. So okay, I'll put him there instead of Goff then.
Goff's numbers ain't no slouch either.
I mean, he has 4,900 yards.
Damn.
I think it's the picks, bro. He got like 5 picks in one game.
I don't go. Yeah. Well, you can't go on individual game. You have to go by the whole year concept, because otherwise it'd be. Thank you. Go ahead.
Love you. See you later. Oh, is my hat in here?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go to the next game while they find their hat.
Those hit the road for the playoff.
Go ahead, Danny, my bad.
I'll say Goff's 4,600 yards, 37 touchdowns, but 12 interceptions. But he's got a QBR that is 111.
What's it ranked? Because you can sort for that.
Oh, I don't know. I'm on Twitter. I just typed in something.
Let me go to the stats. I can filter for that. Here we go. Team. Wait, I'm sorry. Player. Let's see. QBR. Give me a second. QBR. So in order, QBR for the year: Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Daniels, Love, then Goff. Yeah.
And y'all know QBR. You know, I fuck with Lamar and all, but QBR could be like, that's how much you throw the ball. We're a run-heavy team. So, you know, if you only throw the ball only 2 times a game and you complete both passes, you're going to be like over 100%. So you got to take into account how much you run the ball, too.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson is at the top on QBR. So, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's real good. But what I'm saying is we run the ball a lot, what I'm telling you.
So you're saying that, but if that's the case, then you go to like, and I don't know why a guy said this to me, but he said Lamar Jackson is having the greatest completion percentage in the history of NFL, but he's not even in the top 3 of that. So you can't, like, Jared Goff has the highest completion percentage since Drew Brees. So
yeah.
All right.
I think there's a lot of top-heavy quarterbacks, like the top 5 or 6 that are doing well or doing like just really well this year, and then there's a lot of bottom-level guys.
All right, let's get to this next game.
hold on. I got a question.
All
Who y'all think
Y'all make hosting so hard sometimes, but go ahead with your question.
who do y'all think the best rookie quarterback was this season?
Jane Daniels, hand down.
Change that. Jane Daniels by a mile.
Yeah, but
I won't say not by a mile. I'll say Bo Nix played pretty well this year.
Come on now, yeah.
Yeah, I won't say by a mile, but I will say Jane Daniels is the best.
I think Jaden Daniels. I'm not going to say it's not even close, but it's like Jaden Daniels ... and then it's Bo Nix.
And who else?
That's to me. That's not. I'm not saying it's not even close. It's just like because if you just say Jaden Daniels and then Bo Nix, you're saying that they're close, 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the second best, but it's like ... then him.
Y'all think if Michael Penix Jr. had the whole season to play, he would be up there too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
If he threw to his left. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, though? If he had the whole season, he may be better than Josh Daniels. You never know.
Josh who? Oh.
I'm sorry, Jaden Daniels. Duh. But then again, if you had a competent coach that could put all your top players in the right position to perform, boy, that team would really have been good.
Or knew when to call timeouts.
Listen, but when you go put all that money in and go trade for Kirk Cousins, you got to play. You got to. I think they rushed Kirk back.
Cousins out of there next year, though.
Oh, yeah. I live here in Atlanta, and they're already talking about it.
I think he's going to be isn't he going to be a post or a pre-June release?
First, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. They're going to just eat the money and say bye-bye.
Yeah, he might be in
He's going to take the money and say bye-bye. He'll have another job next year.
Yeah, he will.
He said he'll be in Cleveland.
Yeah,
he'll be in Pittsburgh. They'll say fuck Russell Wilson and go get down Kirk Cousins.
But
Kirk
also
can come here and be Goss backup. Also,
I wanted to add with the Steelers-Ravens game, they should start Fields instead of Russell, man.
Nah, I don't think that. Me personally.
But what you got to lose? Fuck it.
A playoff game? A chance at
it ain't like they firing Mike Tomlin if they do.
They already lost the last 4 games, and one of the games is to the Ravens. So, I mean.
Well, let's keep it real. Lamar tends to kind of like flop in the playoffs, though. So
that's true.
There is
in
that.
Fact, I saw a meme or something that went out, and he said, pretend it's a regular season. Pretend it's a regular season.
That's fucked up.
It was crazy. I was arguing with a Steelers fan, and actually Lamar has won more playoff games than the Steelers since 2016. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
the Steelers ain't won one since 2016.
Yeah, they haven't been in the playoffs. They've been 8-8. They've been 9. Like they haven't been enough in the playoffs to produce a chance to get a win.
They 0 for 9 or some shit. First round bounce. But what's the next game?
Oh, now y'all want to go to the next game?
I was waiting for you to say that, man.
Go.
Next game.
Those hit the road for the playoffs. A welcome trip in their case. They're still playing football.
And he takes it home for the Denver touchdown.
They draw the Buffalo Bills, who many think are the true #1 seed in the AFC.
Pocket collapsing. Throws down the right sideline. What a catch!
This game tricky.
Dede, who you got?
This game is actually tricky.
So the line is on this game is 8.5 Buffalo.
Who's knocking? Am I hearing that from my room, or am I hearing that from?
No, that was me. I was knocking on on my desk.
I was just on mute, like yelling, "Come in!" Nobody came in, and then I heard it again.
Now I know what your trigger is. I'm good.
I thought it was weird that my kid knocked before he came in my room. I was like, huh?
Who you got in the game, Dede?
Man, Denver got a pretty stout defense for sure. But the Bills are balling. Josh Allen's balling. But you could get a dummy game from Josh Allen, and against this good defense, that's a very strong possibility. But I just don't think that the Broncos can keep up with the Bills. So I'm going to take the Bills 34 21.
Chris, who you got?
Man, Data, yeah, I mean, you're right, Data. Like, the defense can be pretty good. I mean,
What works for the playoffs? Defense.
yes, absolutely, every day. I mean, the quarterback is your main focus. It drives the train for the most part. Your defense can be good, a la freaking Peyton Manning, like, 8 years ago or whatnot, 10, whatever it was. Like, they wanted they wanted based on defense and not him. So it's possible, but I don't think that's this level of defense. And Bo Nix, yeah, he's a rookie quarterback. Pressure. I mean, I don't know if he's going to perform well enough to get it there. Yeah, I'm still going with the Bills based on experience. Might be tighter than we think. I still think the Bills cover, but I think it's going to be 31-24.
31-24. I like that.
Yeah.
Block, who you got?
Where you at? Oh, there you are. I said, where'd you go?
Who you got, Flock?
I don't think he can hear you, bro.
I got the Bills winning.
Hello? Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Who you got? Bills,
you
Brock.
said, who does Denver and Buffalo? My bad, I was coming in the house, y'all.
Yep.
I'm taking Buffalo, of course. But I would like to see Denver take that game, but I'm taking Buffalo like 30-24. 31-24.
I got Buffalo winning.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got Buffalo winning 35-21.
I can see your ass now.
I ain't never went nowhere, baby. Never went nowhere. Next game we got.
Green Bay hits the road for Wild Card Weekend. A little battered and bruised on the way in.
These last 2 minutes have been as negative as they can be for the Green Bay offense.
Packers off to Philadelphia, taking on the champs of the NFC East. Eagles stars nice and rested, too.
They fake it to Shipley, and they go to E.J. Jenkins for a touchdown.
Chris, over under.
Over under is 44.5, and the line is -4.5 in favor of the Eagles, and they're at Philly.
Okay. So who you got?
So who do I have? I'm going to take the Eagles. I hope the Packers. I would like to see the Packers give them a run, but they lost Watson for the playoffs, so that's going to be tough. I think the score is going to be a little bit wider than the 4.5. I think it's going to be a little bit more. I'm going to say like 31-21.
Dede, who you taking?
Well, give me Philly. I just don't trust Green Bay. Love's coming off that arm, elbow, whatever injury they're saying it is. Unless Hurts doesn't play. If Hurts don't play, then it's a whole different way. But
I was just about to bring him up.
I'll go. I'm gonna take my prediction based off Hurts is gonna play. I'll take Philly 38. 17.
38?
Yeah. 17-38.
One of these games.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Somebody's internet's slowing down. Somebody didn't pay the bill. Just kidding.
Well, I'm going to pick this game, and I got a shocker for y'all, though. Daddy, you know what we do when we got shockers, Daddy?
Get him black. Get him black. Get him black. Get him black. Fuck him up. Get him right. Tighten up. Get right. Get him black.
I'm gonna explain to you why I'm picking the Packers. Because I want to play them when we play them in the playoffs and send their ass home for the third time. So Packer fans can really shut up. And I got Green Bay pulling this off in a field goal game. Give me 27-24. We can hear you now, NC Flock. Who you got, Green Bay or the Eagles?
So Jalen Hurts, he playing?
We don't know.
He practiced today.
Yeah.
Jordan Love might not play either.
No, Jordan Love gonna play.
And Christian Watson out.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Give me Philly. I'm gonna take the underdog one of these games, but give me Philly. Well, I think this one might be a shootout, a little high passing game. Give me 27-24.
That's crazy because both these teams run the rock like crazy. Well,
yeah, they do.
Philly does. Green Bay should, but they don't.
Yeah, Green Bay should. They got a nice runner though, but they got nice receivers, man.
Good show. Who next? I got you.
Washington Commanders happily head south for the winter, back in the dance and ready to show off their moves.
Daniels lobs one up towards McLaurin. He's open, over his shoulder, caught! Touchdown! What a throw by Daniels to McLaurin! I live for this. That's what I do.
Low-key, one of the best games of Wild Card Weekend, right? Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be Washington's Huckleberry. Baker's boys right in, having won 6 of their last 7 to take the NFC South crown.
Mayfield, Evans is doubled, looking around, flips it out, near side, Evans gonna score! Irvin gets in!
He said Huckleberry. That is such an old term.
Chris, who you got, man?
Well, the Tampa Bay Bucks are favored -3 at home. So, I mean, it makes it kind of an even game. This is the highest over-under at 50.5. So, you want me to choose mine first?
You got the stage.
I'm taking the Bucks. The Commanders might upset though. This is a close game. This is gonna be a good game, I think. I'm gonna take the Bucks, man. I'm gonna take the Bucks and Baker Mayfield, and Mike Evans, man. I think they're on a mission. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be really close. I'm really gonna say this is gonna be a last minute field goal. I'm gonna say 27-24.
Dede, who you got?
This is my upset, bro. So cut the clip.
Cut the clip.
Cut the clip. He just wants.
Get him black. Get him black. Get him black. Get him black. Fuck him up. Get him right. Tighten up. Get right. Get him black.
Give me Washington to beat them. I think Jaden Daniels comes out, balls out. Give me Jaden Daniels in the Commanders. 31-21.
Ooh, that's a bit. That's pretty good.
Flock, who you got?
Yeah, I'm taking the Buccaneers, man. 27-21.
I'm with you, Dave. Give me the Commanders. With Jalen Daniels winning his playoff game, and y'all say it's regular season, and Bo Nix losing. That's how I think he's gonna get the MVP race that he already got. But give me the Commanders. 35-28.
You know what this means, right? That
What
Tampa's finna win. Tampa's finna win. We're all picking Washington to blow them out, and Tampa's gonna win.
I picked Tampa.
I don't know. So we got 2 Tampas, two
okay.
two skins.
I just there's just too much energy I feel for Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. It just feels, and that's why I think that it might flip to like Washington, because it just seems too much energy is at Tampa, and him to get playoff wins. So yeah.
All right, in our last game, of the first round of the NFL playoffs.
Minnesota Vikings take to the road for the playoffs, travel the cost of losing their final regular season game.
Good job, Grayson. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
They head to La La Land to take on the Rams, who also back into the postseason picture, albeit on the backs of their stunt doubles.
Garoppolo's pass picked off.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Oh, man, I'm glad the Rams lost that game. It should have been Stetson Bennett, not fucking Jimmy Garoppolo. Fucking bum.
Well, you wanted a Georgia quarterback to play.
Yeah, well, and Jimmy Garoppolo's a bum.
Anyway, Dede.
Um,
Don't talk
They
about
need to-
four-star Jimmy. Don't
they
talk
need
about-
to they need to move that game first of all.
Yep. I remember you
Yeah.
saying that in the group chat.
Shout out to all the people that's going through the wildfires right now, man.
Yeah.
My prayers must go out to y'all for real, man.
Yep.
Was that so? Did that happen naturally, or was that started on fire? Like
Do
purposely?
we ever really know?
I thought I heard it either way. I don't remember which way I heard it.
There's alleged reasons to it from what I heard, but nobody's actually confirmed what started the fires that I'm aware of.
I seen today, not to get too off topic, but a tweet today by you remember James Woods, the actor.
Mhm.
He posted that he goes, it's kind of something along the lines. It's kind of funny that we're having all these wildfires right here, and all the major insurance companies canceled our policies about 4 months ago.
Oh wow! I didn't even know that.
Another billionaire CEO about to come up dead, man.
All right. Before we go way off, yeah. First, they just need to move that. But I'll take Rams and Vikings. Huh?
It's basically even. It's Minnesota -1, and they're in LA. So
Let somebody else pick. My kid just walked in. Let somebody else pick.
go, Flock. You haven't gone first yet.
I feel like the referee's been screwing the Vikings all season. I mean, y'all remember the game earlier when they played the Rams in the safety?
Mm-hmm.
Take
Just depends on what group of officiating that gets to do that game.
I mean, I felt like it was something shaky going on with the Detroit game. I mean, honestly, Detroit blew their ass out at the end of the game. But when the game,
now you can't speak English.
the first time.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Let me talk. They were on the goal line, and I think Justin Jefferson was in the backfield. Did y'all catch that?
Which one?
They were on the goal line. Minnesota versus Detroit. They were on the goal line, and Justin Jefferson was in the backfield.
You're cutting out. I couldn't hear you, man.
You said Justin Jefferson was in the backfield.
Damn. Y'all didn't catch that play?
No, I didn't. I couldn't understand what you were saying.
He said it was a goal line play when Minnesota Vikings
I
played.
get that. I want to hear what he was saying, though. He said more.
I'm trying to tell you what he said.
Okay,
He said it was
But y'all cut it. Y'all remember that?
I remember there was a goal line play where he was saying that he was grabbed, but there was no footage of him being grabbed anywhere.
What I'm saying, what happened was they had Justin Jefferson in the backfield. And this is how I feel like referees manipulate games. They just fuck up momentum. You know what I'm saying? If they fuck some momentum up, then they can control the game. So they had Justin Jefferson in the backfield, and the referee wouldn't remove himself from the ball. He had the ball in his hand and wouldn't blow the whistle, and basically gave the other team time to adjust to it. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean. You know what? I remember that play, but you're right. I didn't even realize because a lot of Lions fans were mad because the ref was holding the ball and giving them
usually you gotta, and then they came out and did the same play. Like you can't do that now. The defense already adjusted, but beforehand that was something new and different and something probably ain't seen on film. You know what I'm saying? So the referees was like, y'all in the way. Y'all in the way.
It all depends on if if they made a substitution last minute. So if Minnesota,
Man, there was nothing going on, bro. Like
what I'm saying is if they even substituted one guy late, they have to allow the Lions to make an adjustment. I don't know if that was the play, but if they did, if they even substituted one guy late, you have to give the defense time to adjust, so they have to hold the ball.
I don't think anything was going on. And then there was one more time where Jared Goff was sacked in the end zone. It was a safety, but they say he threw it. Like, do y'all honestly? He did throw it, but do y'all think that was intentional grounding, or he threw it to a player? Like, be honest.
Okay, so by rule, the rule of thumb is all there has to do, and I've seen this on many, like hundreds of games. If the player is in the vicinity, there is no intentional grounding. We had two guys within 2 feet of the ball. End of story. Mic drop. Done. End of period.
Let me pick that mic back. Let me pick that mic back up, because that was intentional grounding, and we got away with it. Because neither one of I don't give. Hold on, Chris. No. Hold on.
Lions always get away, but it's Minnesota.
I don't care about the rule. Nothing like that. Neither one of those dudes were expecting the ball. Neither of those guys were a receiver.
No, you're right. Why do you think I went by rule of thumb?
It was the tight end and the running back, right?
If the rule says it just has to be in the vicinity, that's it. But if you're telling me that the rule was that it has to be directed at a player, I absolutely agree. It should have been 2 points of the safety, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they were blocking. They were blocking though.
Yeah.
Great, but it's still like
that shouldn't be considered a receiver.
True, you're right. But if he's being thrown to and he is eligible.
And check this out. It hit a lineman, so that's illegal touching too.
Hold on, I might have killed both of you over the game with this one.
You would be correct, yes.
Hold on. First and foremost, how many times have we seen running backs or tight ends be in the block and a quarterback scrambles about to get tackled and he pitches to that person that was in there blocking? So therefore, he's still an eligible receiver. So y'all can cancel that.
I get all that, but he really didn't throw in the direction of neither one of them, bro.
I mean, I get your assertion, and even as much as I dislike Chris Collinsworth because he does do that, he goes, his problem is that he said the rule is it has to be directed to a player. That is absolutely incorrect. That is not the rule. The rule is the area. But I get what he's talking about. Like, none of those players were waiting to get the ball. I get that 100%. But the rule states it has to be in the vicinity, and it was. And I think that's why
so I'm just saying, like, it's not the line they always get the Lions by. It's Minnesota they always fuck with. So I think they're gonna get fucked again. You know, like teams like Minnesota, nobody saw them coming out and being good. So the referees got to make sure that they don't go nowhere. You know, like what they doing for the Chiefs or whatever. I think Minnesota is on that list of teams we gotta fuck this year because we didn't see them being this good. You know,
we already fucked them twice. So,
I mean, they really got fucked with the Rams. That was a safety too. Like what?
Yeah, you got to understand this year refing.
I ain't vouching for the Vikings at all. I just think they teams get fucked. Certain teams get on the list, and they're on that list.
Come on, tell us about us. We're Lions fans. The last 10 years, it's always
we started that list. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
so y'all should know about it. Y'all should know about it then.
But we ain't got no sympathy for the motherfuckers over there, though.
That's the thing.
When we get away with one, I run with that shit.
At the end of the day,
so admit that y'all got away with one.
I don't recall like what he said. I don't recall like what he said at the young thug trial. I don't recall.
I mean, Day agrees with you. I just go by the rule. I understand what you guys are saying. I'm just saying, like, if the rule states something, you got to go by it. I don't like the certain way we tackle in the NFL, but that's part of the rule. Like, it's just the way it is.
I think that game was still close too when that happened. You know.
Oh, it was. It was still really close.
And then after you guys took off on them after Jahmyr Gibbs scored his 10th touchdown, it was pretty much over. You don't have to manipulate a game no more at that point, you know.
Well, I mean, there was also quite a few delay of games that were never called. A lot of them.
You know what? I see stuff happening every game that doesn't get called. You see linemen like tackles always move before the ball get moved. Y'all ever notice that?
Mm-hmm. They don't
tackles
call
move like 80% of the time before the ball move, and they don't call it.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying.
When they're dropping back for pass coverage or pass play.
And if you notice, they didn't call anything on Minnesota for false starts, or not false start, but delay of games. But then once the game got out of reach, they called 2 in a row. I was just like, okay, well now it's out of reach.
If the game is out of reach, y'all really letting us know that these games might be getting rigged.
That was delay of game. Angeloni had to run through the goddamn thing before they
what he's
even
saying
called
is, why did you call it when the game is basically over with?
Yeah,
because Angeloni ran through there and made him call it.
Something happened. But you didn't call it when the game mattered, though.
I just think at the end of the day, reffing this year has been kind of bad. I mean,
officiating been horrible. It's been getting worse every year.
I'm trying to do it for clicks, I guess. It's been really bad this year. It's been bad.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Hey, what's happening? Listen, I know. I've been hearing your conversation all day, and I've been, paying attention to that and this other game that I've been paying attention to. But yeah, back when y'all said about the referees and stuff like that, and they've been bad. Think about all the primetime games that we've seen, and it's been blatant face mask calls. Blatant. Yeah. Okay? And the referees are right there in their face, and they just happen to just like, oh, we don't see that. And they're right there in their face. So yeah, if referees are willing to overlook calls like that, I can only imagine what they're going to try to. Well, hopefully they won't overlook when the postseason gets, when the playoffs actually start, because these games and those calls, they really do mean the difference between somebody advancing and somebody going home.
And it's not the calls, it's when they take place. First and second quarter, fine. I don't care when they get called. It's those like midway through the third and all the way through the fourth. What are being called at what times? Got a team that you don't want to win. It's driving, and then all of a sudden you throw a DPI flag that's kind of questionable. That changes the outcome of the game.
Right. We don't need a bad call like that Rams versus Saints. That was so yeah, we don't need none of that, because that's going to cause a big uproar, and it's like, oh well, damn, they didn't want them to win anyway. So
yeah, it's rough. I understand completely. I don't like that. I would rather them just let the players play versus trying to be like picky and choosy on calls. Just let them play.
But at the same time, they can't be blatant and be missing these open calls that even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see easily. You can't miss calls like that.
I remember one play they showed where a guy took a guy out with a face mask, just pulled him down, and there was no call, nothing at all. It was like, I mean, I could see that walking backwards. Like, I mean, it was terrible.
I understand that it shouldn't. Now, what other people will say is, well, if y'all would have played the game, if y'all would have did what y'all supposed to in the first and second and third quarter, it wouldn't have came down to that play, which is true. That is true too. So you got to look at it on that perspective too. But the whole point is, when plays like that happen, get the call right. Come on now. If we all see that it's pass interference, if we all see it's face mask, if we all see that somebody was offside, things like that, get the call right. Then it won't have to have that problem.
I don't. I'm not asking for it to be fair across the board. I want even penalties. Because at the end of the day, when you look at the penalties for the entire game, you're like, well, they were even. Well, that's great. They were even. However, it's the timely calls that make the difference.
Right.
Because they're even across the board doesn't mean that when you call them for the other team that they weren't more important time frames. If I'm on my own 15-yard line and there's a face mask, it doesn't make any difference. But when I'm on the other teams in the red zone and you call DPI and it moves me back 15 yards, that changes the whole outcome of the game. There's a difference, and so just be consistent is what I ask. Just be consistent.
Well, most teams most home games for the home team, you can automatically give them at least 2 or 3 missed calls. That's going to happen for them, So like a Hail Mary thrown. Let's say Jared Goff throws a Hail Mary 50 yards to St. Brown, and it's the ball is way overthrown, but St. Brown goes back for the ball. pass interference, defense, even the ball was uncatchable, they're going to give them that call. It's home cooking on that one.
It's still hard for me because of the Lions fans. We've never gotten the calls before, so for me, it's like, well, I'm still suspect to that. Now, if it does happen, I'll be like, okay, ooh, shit. I'll be like, oh, well, that probably because there's been a few games where I was like, they should have been calls on them from other games that we had, like truly should have been penalties, and I was like, ooh, we got away with one there, but like I'm so knee jerking to whether calls are made or not. Like I'm still waiting for that day when we do get a call. I'm like, well, damn, we should have. That was a bad call. Like I haven't seen enough of that to favor us yet. That's why.
Like the Dez Bryant call in Green Bay. Yeah, that one. Calls that can decide between a team winning and a team losing. Let's hope.
Dez caught that. Dez caught that, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Dez caught that. I know that. Some people may say no, but I'm like, come on, bro. He caught the ball. So.
Yeah,
for sure. So who you got winning, Jamal? Minnesota Vikings or the Rams?
The game is going to be in LA.
It shouldn't be.
Arizona's a possibility, though.
The game's going to be in LA, unfortunately.
And it's possible.
But the fact is, Minnesota knows their flaws. Because if you don't think that the Rams were paying attention to that last game for both teams and taking notes on how they can beat them, you're bugging. Minnesota should know their flaws. They should bounce back and score some points, and hopefully their defense shows up because it's hard for them corners to cover Napua and to cover Cooper Kupp. Because honestly, this year the real Cooper Kupp haven't shown up yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up in the postseason and make his presence known. But I still think that Minnesota should pull this out by at least by 4 points, 28-24. But this gonna be because it's gonna be a closer game than everybody thinks.
Sure. Dede, who you got?
Give me the Rams, man. I think we put the blueprint out there on how to slow down the Rams, man. You blitz these guys and you play man coverage on the outside. I think the Rams can get it. 31 or 38. No, 31-24.
Chris, who you got?
So it's going to be close as well. I believe, and I kind of believe on the blueprint that Dede says. Both of them are really close on defense. I just looked it up. I was looking in terms of just number wise. They're pretty good defensively. I mean, the Rams are a little bit better pass defense, but you guys are, Minnesota's a little bit better in the run defense. Well, I'm sorry, reverse that. My fault. But they're pretty even on defense. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to come down to the quarterbacks, and Matthew Stafford is just he's been there before. I'm going to take him 27-24. Yeah, same. Pretty much.
Block, who you got?
Yeah, I'm taking you said Minnesota and who? Rams?
The Rams.
Yeah, I told you I'm taking the Rams. I think Minnesota's gonna get screwed out of a game again.
I'm gonna take my old quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in the Rams. I see them putting up big numbers on Minnesota. Give me 42.
Damn.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh gosh, Dede. I mean, freaking Bandit.
Don't hate. Don't hate. What?
Sorry,
hey, my predictions be good though. Don't be trying to play me though. 42. They're 28. I think that the Minnesota Vikings losing to Detroit like the way they did, with everything on the line is gonna linger. He's still hurt about it, and St. Louis is gonna expose their ass.
They have Honolulu fever, man.
Right.
Mind you, I'm not disliking Minnesota. It'd be cool if we played them again. I hate playing a team 3 times. It sucks. But I don't know. There's something about the Rams that says, and it may be the fact of that they didn't get screwed out of it. I just feel that the Rams are going to win.
For sure. Chris, let everybody know where you can find you at before we head out here.
You can find me on X at Crazy Hockey Fan. You can also find me on Twitter, at TikTok at Crazy Hockey Fan 1. You can also find us at 9 p.m. on tomorrow, Thursdays, doing Just Winging It. We're talking about Red Wings hockey.
Sir. Daddy, let them know where they can find you at.
You can find me right here, man. Or you can find me over on Twitter at Markham246.
For sure. Flock, let them know where they can find you at.
I'm on IG, Sean Scissorhands. Sean_Scissorhands.
Jamal, man. Thank you for popping in, man.
Not a problem.
We gotta get in, so I can get in contact with you so I can send you the link at the beginning of the show. But let them know where they can find you at, bro.
You can find me either on here some days with my girl, the Sports Diva, or either on her Instagram or Facebook. You can find me on my Facebook. Just look up the name Jamal Baker. I'll be right there.
Yes, sir. And I'm your boy Bannon. You know where you're gonna find me right here, Detroit Fan Report. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for a chance to win a jersey when we get to 500 subscribers. Your choice of Lions, Tigers, Pistons, or Red Wings. So y'all make sure you hit that subscribe button. You feel me? With that said, man, this is the NFL playoff, man. I can't believe the season's almost over, man. I didn't even want to say it.
It's crazy, bro. It went by so
the
fast.
Michigan
This
teams, but
season,
you hate Michigan.
I mean, it just feels like yesterday was the draft. Like,
Right.
So
we was all kicking it at the draft. You feel me?
All right, we going to Green Bay this year?
Fuck no.
Well, let's see if Green Bay tops 775,000 people.
No fucking way.
That'd be the whole state of fucking Wisconsin.
That's what I'm saying. Where they gonna hold it at, yo? They gonna hold it in the stadium?
The Capitol building.
Right.
All right, this is the NFL playoff show, man. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, and we see y'all next week on Monday.
Peace.
With that said, one pride nation, stand up, baby. We got that number one seed in the bye week. We out. You got talking about our little fever. Chris got goggles on. He thinks it's blue. We out here, y'all.
We still live, bro. You gonna end the show?